Part 7 of collecting a paycheck from day trading. Now let's talk about stop losses and take profits. This is the most important part when it comes to trading because part of trading is winning trades. The other side of it though is not blowing up your account. It's not losing all of your hard-earned money on one or two bad trades, actually protecting your capital. Now there are dozens of strategies around take profits and stop losses, but my favorites, the ones that help me make the most money and lose the least amount of money, which is also important, are two things. One, having a very hard but tight stop loss. I don't risk more than $200 per trade. That's my maximum stop. That means every time I click buy or sell, I'm only risking $200. Now this should go without saying, but you set your stop loss first. When you enter a trade, your stop loss needs to be set first. The reason for this is it doesn't matter how convicted you are in the trade setup that you're looking at, it could all go wrong and you could blow up your account. Anybody that's ever traded has had this happen to them, and so you need to protect your account first. The first thing you do is you set your stop. Now, once your stop loss is set, that's your insurance. You're not going to lose any more money than that. So now we worry about the take profit. Now, there are a few different strategies for a take profit. I'll share with you my favorite, and then a few others I've seen that have worked in the past or that I've even used myself. The first one is setting your take profit at about 50% of your stop loss. What this does is it makes your wins a little smaller than your losses, about half the size, but it increases your win rate. You're more likely to move in a smaller direction one side than a much larger direction in the opposite side. And so what you're looking for with a 2-to-1 risk reward ratio, so 10-point stop for 5-point take profit, is I'm looking to win 80% of my trades. I'm looking to win 85% of my trades. I want to be very accurate with this kind of strategy because my wins are going to be a little bit smaller, so I need to accumulate basically a bunch of volume for this to be successful. Another strategy I've seen work that I don't really love is a 1-to-1 risk reward ratio. So you have a stop loss and a take profit that are the exact same. The reason I don't love this is you have commissions that come into play. And so let's say you have a $200 win and a $200 loss. Well, your losses are going to be a little bit larger because you also have commissions, and your wins are going to be a little bit smaller because you have commissions to pay. And so I don't love a 1-to-1 risk reward strategy. This one I think is a little bit better, which is setting your take profit to 150% to 200% of your stop loss. What this means is that your wins are actually larger than your losses, but you lose a few more trades. So the trade-off is that I don't win as many trades, but when I win way more than I lose, and so that makes me profitable. This strategy is a lot easier to execute because your win rate is going to be somewhere in like the 30 to 40%, but you'll have profit. Now, my favorite take profit strategy is a trailing stop. Let's say we're in a long trade. I set my stop at 10 points. From there, price moves up in my favor. I then take my trail and I move it up. I move my stop up with price. What this allows me to do is lock in gains because once price falls back down to my trail, I'm out of the trade and I made money. What it also allows me to do is when price really takes off and it runs unexpectedly, I'm also able to move my trail up with it. So I'm able to make more than somebody who has a set take profit because price truly is unpredictable. This allows me to have humongous gains.